All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Stepping out, he's going to keep it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw, it's Allen. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now a carry for Blount. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. That goes for a gain of 31.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, Quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now Allen. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now. 1st and 10 at the 20. On 1st down, it's Darnold. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Goes underneath for Bell. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw, Darnold. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 10 more there and another 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here, and they've got it here with a first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
49 the mic, 49 the mic.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 319. 319.
They get it to him running left. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum down.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! 319! 319!
Now a play fake here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Anunu's got it, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard! Leopard!
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Detroit! Detroit!
Check it out.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
On second down, here's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watch tight. Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right. 4 down. 4 down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
3 down.
On the counter, here's Bell. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Gone! 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 Gone!
49, guys. Mike, 49. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 1:59 to go in the 1st half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Tight on the left. Move
Detroit! Detroit!
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Over. Gun. Detroit.
On 4th down, Darnold. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Tide Bulls tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. McCoy's got the first down and more. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Down. LaShawn McCoy hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are in for 6. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And New York set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Darnold from the gun. Got an open man. It's a noon one. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Set. Blue 90.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. This is Bell on the dump off. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Darnold to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, Darnold. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Darnold on 1st down. And a hit turned in over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Throwing again is Darnold. Wilson snags it left side. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
3rd and 2, Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
On the toss. This is blown. And not much of an opening there, as he's only going to get this to about the 32. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Crowder. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
4 down, 4 down.
A give to Bell. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Tackle made by Brian Orakpo.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and sneak it here. And he will push forward and pick up the 1st down. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line.
Detroit! Detroit!
4 down. Check, check. Me. I got motion there. Me.
After the run, now Darnold to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Brian Orakpo coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12.
No, check. Patriot!
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for a Nunwa there, and now it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Gone! Detroit! Detroit!
Third and long, it's Darnold. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will take over the football with a first. And 10. Allen and the Bills now with a first and 10 at their own 22.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
They'll begin here with Blunt. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
On play action, Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Allen off the play fake. He's going deep for Brown. Got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
10th carry now for McCoy. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's first and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Allen now on first down. Now he's forced out left. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out come the Jets. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. They're trying to win a game.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Lucky 56.
On second down, Darnold goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Green 39.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Detroit! Detroit!
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. He's gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit. Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to go. It's Darnold. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check 82. Watch it.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because of it.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Brian Orakpo in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Leopard! Leopard! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Me and you.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
You got 3 down.
Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back. preferably a takeaway.
Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. This give is to McCoy. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. It's a big run there by McCoy. 64 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
3-19.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Arakpo in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Mike, check.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Darnold. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
3 down.
Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, a 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Check, Patriot! Patriot!
They'll go again with Bell. And he gets it down to the 32. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first down throw, Darnold. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Leopard.
The give is to Bell. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Check 26, check 26.
He'll look to throw. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Bell. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Jets on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7.
Detroit! Detroit! Check me out. We got 3 down. We got to stand up over there. 14 moving. 14's moving. Check 4.
Again, it's Bell. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check, check. 59.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, hey, hey. You got three. We got three. Three down. Three down. Shit, shit.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
58 to Mike. Watch the run. They're running it. Watch that. Watch that. Watch that.
Leopard. Leopard.
Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. It's going to be a long day.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Back to throw. And to the left side here, Wilson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, here we go. Check 24. Check 24.
Leopard. Leopard.
Crunch time.
Gun.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Gun.
Watch 14.
Detroit. Detroit.
Here we go.
Detroit. 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 Detroit.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
He's back to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Bills, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. That'll do it for us.